shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dad got amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shiny piece of coal trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets getting colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. Plan is defend this spark into a flame. Dang, it's saying dark, so let me spell out my name. I am the ALEXAND-ER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps honest endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. The King George turns around, runs a spending spree. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free, so there will be a revolution in this century. Enter me, he says in parentheses. Don't be shocked when my history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my descendancy. And I ain't not thrown away my shot. I ain't not thrown away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not thrown away my shot. I am not thrown away my shot. I am not thrown away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Take shot. I dream of life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy. How you say? Oh, anarchy. When I fight, I make the other side panicky with my shot. No, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got y'all knuckleheads and local parentis. I'm joining the rebellion because I know it's my chance of socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm going to take shots. No one will never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I, do or die. Wait till my stallion on a stallion of the 1st Black Battalion. Have another shot. Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You have to be carefully talk. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot, Lawrence. I like you a lot. Let's hatch a plot like it in the kettle, call in the pot. What are the odds the gods would put us all in one spot? Pop in a squad of conventional wisdom, like it or not. A bunch of revolutionary ammunition. Ammunition is, give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Oh, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I've never had a group of friends before. I promise I'll make y'all proud. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Everybody sing, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Woo. Whoa. So let them hear y'all. Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Say shout it to the rooftop. Whoa. Say to the rooftop. Whoa. Oh, come on. Come on. Rise up. When you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that she's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up. I imagine dust so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me in my sleep 7 feet ahead of me? If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I've never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we live in fast and we laugh, reach for a flask. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty. Scratch that. This is not the moment. It's a movement. Where are the hungriest brothers with something to prove when foes oppose us? We take an honest stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that guaranteed a freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood be shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance with death with no defendants? I know the action industry is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting, I've been reading and writing. We need to handle our financial situation. Are we in nations or states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting. I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's a MAGA creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow. I am not throwing away my shots. I am not throwing away my shots. my own, just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shots. I'm not throwing away my shots. I'm not throwing away my shots. Rise up, rise up. We're gonna rise up. Time to take a shot. We're gonna rise up, rise up. Time to take a shot. Rise up, rise up. Time to take a shot. Rise up, rise up. I am not throwing away my shot. Hello, my name is Ayana Vanderwell, and welcome to my TED Talk. So today I am talking about the connections to the song My Shot, which I recently performed, and their historical connections and relations. So there's one thing that I would like to clarify about this song because it may seem a bit confusing, but John Lawrence, Hercules Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette, Aaron Burr, and Hamilton, they never really all met each other in 1776 at like a pub downtown in New York. That was all fictional, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, the main writer, just kind of created that idea because all of these people were very influential and important in Hamilton's life, so he thought it'd be really cool to have all of those characters together in like a fun setting for a really cool song. So it's not just like they're all together, but it's war and death and violence. So here's some historical connections to this song. One of the lyrics says, "Meanwhile, Britain keeps pooping on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly." Now this clearly relates to how King George III in Parliament was placing a bunch of acts and taxations onto the colonies, such as the Quartering Act, the Townshend Act, the Stamp Act, and the Sugar Act. So another line of the song that connects historically is, "You and I, do or die, wait till I sally on a stallion of the 1st Black Battalion." So this line is sung by John Lawrence, and he was a major abolitionist and revolutionary in the American Revolution. He strongly opposed slavery, and later on in Hamilton's life, he and John Lawrence would end up writing essays about why slavery is not okay, in layman's terms. So finally, the last connection that I'm going to mention is probably the most iconic line from the song and the whole musical, "I am not throwing away my shot." Now you may be thinking, how does this have any historical or relevant connection? Well, I found it pretty interesting and I found some research about it. So, spoiler alert, at the end of Hamilton's life, he gets shot in a duel by Aaron Burr, and he dies from that. He gets shot right in the ribcage. So, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who was not the composer, he was a lyricist for this musical and a musical genius. He also starred as Hamilton in the original Broadway cast. He includes this line a whole lot throughout the whole show if you've never listened to it. He includes this line almost as a foreshadowing to Hamilton's life because during the duel, Hamilton decides that he's not going to shoot at Burr, he's going to shoot up into the air so that he doesn't kill or hurt Burr, and Burr shoots right at Hamilton. So, so this is kind of foreshadowing because if you listen to the line, "I'm not throwing away my shot," at the very end of his life when he needs it most, he ends up throwing away his shot. And there's also, in the song Non-Stop, there is even more foreshadowing when Hamilton is singing, he's kind of chanting the line, "I'm not throwing away my shot, I'm not throwing away my shot." The ensemble members are chanting back at him, "Just you wait," which is kind of creepily awesome in a way. I don't know, because it's like the ensemble members know more than Hamilton and any of the cast members know, which happens a lot in other certain parts of the musical, like in Say No to This. The ensemble members are telling him how bad this is going to be for him and that he should not do what he is going to do. I'm not going to spoil anything. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Please share it with your friends and family and remind them to go subscribe to my Tumblr.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you're filming! Oh my god! Wait, that's not mine.
Hang on, as I'm filming her crotch. I put that back there last I put that there last week and then I forgot to give it back to you. I apologize for that.
voting. Something.
Shins. Oh god. Okay. Ginny is probably the most iconic. God damn.